Lifestyle Tucson, the program where I speak to our neighbors, the people behind the scenes of our amazing organizations that are 501c3 nonprofits. Our friends are informing you how they serve our community, and they are here to give you updates on future projects. Let's make some old friends today. Yeah. A year ago, I learned about one of Linda Ronstadts' favorite places in Tucson. It was in the New York Times, and she spoke of the beauty of Mission Garden. Mission Garden is a living agricultural museum of Sonoran Desert-adapted heritage fruit trees, traditional local heirloom crops, and edible native plants. Mission Garden is located at the foot of Sentinel Peak at the site of the Native American village of Cuk Ṣon, a place sacred to the Tohono O'odham Nation. Mission Garden is thrilled to bring back its Native American art fair, celebrating Indigenous arts and culture, happening on Saturday, November 8th from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. The event will highlight the rich artistic traditions and cultural heritage of Indigenous communities from across the region. The fair will feature over 40 Indigenous artists showcasing their extraordinary craftsmanship in ceramics, baskets, clothing, jewelry, carvings, paintings, beadwork, gourd art, and more. I can't wait to see some gorgeous gourds. Guests will also have the chance to savor delicious food from local vendors, and we haven't even mentioned the orange marmalade. But we will, because today I'm fortunate to speak with Dena Cowen, Curator of Collections at Mission Garden. Dena, welcome to Lifestyle Tucson.
Hi.
And also, we have Alyce Sadongei, Executive Director of Mission Garden. Alyce, welcome back to Lifestyle Tucson.
Hi, Frank. Thank you. It's good to be back.
I'm very excited to have you both back because we had a great conversation last year when I learned all about the garden, and I was so excited that I re-listened to that episode, and anyone can anytime on demand because it was really a fun time. We toured some of the website, and I reminded myself how much I really enjoyed talking to you and all about that stuff that I put right in this intro now about learning about being in the New York Times. Your marmalade is world-renowned, and it's Linda Ronstadts, one of her favorite places to visit when she comes back to Tucson, being a Tucson native herself. So it was really fun to kind of revisit that, but then the fact that I feel like I just spoke to you yesterday. That's what's weird about it. As you're walking, I'm like, I really feel like we just talked. And that's what's great about when I get to interview folks about their annual events is I have all these kind of mini Christmases of I get to see old friends again and re-talk about what we talked about last year, but also the evolution of things that have happened since, because I love to see everyone grow. And what better place to grow than a garden? So why don't you tell me and all of our listeners here a bit of a 101 of what Mission Garden is all about?
So you said it before, Mission Garden is an agricultural heritage museum. It's a living museum. So we feature all of the different crops and plants that people have been growing through the millennia, actually, on the site and in the vicinity of the garden. Gardens, we have from the early agriculture, the first farmers, through the O'odham, the O'odham before the Europeans arrived, the O'odham after the Europeans, the Spanish came. Then we have a large Spanish garden and a Mexican garden, a Chinese garden, a Yaqui garden, an African, the Americas garden, a medicinal plants garden, a youth garden, a garden of native plants, and also we're developing now the tomorrow's garden. So how are we going to grow food in the future? So it's a 4-acre garden and really rich with history, culture, plants, wildlife. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I've heard, and again, I have to get down there. I did. You just asked me if I managed to get down there, and I have not had a chance to visit Mission Garden. I was just talking to a friend saying that you're going to be my guest, and that she was like, weren't we supposed to go? I'm like, yeah, we were. And then it didn't happen. So we do have to make plans to do it. And there's a lot of great events that you do have and a lot of opportunities to do it. But why don't we talk about the big event that I mentioned right there in the beginning, where it is the Native American Arts Fair that you're having November 8th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tell me about the great event that we're going to have. In the last episode, we kind of talked about that in the second half. And in this one, I want to really get right to it and talk about your memories from last year, the success of last year's event, and what people can expect this year. And let's just go through it kind of real slow because I don't want to skip anything. I really want to get into the details of what's happening on November 8th. So tell me all about the Native American Arts Fair.
Great. We're happy to. So last year, we were excited because that was the first year that we had expanded hours, and we had sponsorship from Desert Diamond Casino, which allowed us to do that. And that sponsorship also allowed us to invite tribal representatives from around the region to come and do some cultural sharing. The preferred term is not performances. Our Indigenous people, we don't perform. We share our culture. And that's what we have an opportunity to do again this year with different tribes. We do have, again, thanks to Desert Diamond Casino, they are supporting us again with additional support from Target this year.
I noticed that. So
Yes.
that's fascinating. And smart of these big corporations to really get involved in the community. This is how they do it. It's by supporting great community events like this.
Right. And so we're thrilled that people can come and see the cultural sharing, learn a bit about the tribes, look at the gardens that we have, see the culture that is expressed there, learn about and purchase authentic native arts and food. We're going to have 4 vendors this year.
Okay.
And there'll be different varieties of indigenous foods, but of course everyone wants the fry bread.
That's right.
And so we will have some fried bread this year. We will have Mashik Coffee back, is a Tohono O'odham beverage company that has great drinks. They have a special drink with lemonade and a bit of creosote in it, where they say it's an additional blessing to have that in your drink. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the cultural sharing and the blessing part, because what happened last year is that we were so fortunate to have different tribes. We had on our website, if you'll see, we've got a photo of the White Mountain Apache crown dancers or mountain spirit dancers. And what happened was that in terms of cultural sharing, they actually came and in their work, and a regular visitor wouldn't know this, but they were actually blessing the ground when they were doing their sharing. Not just that group, but all of the groups. And people were saying it felt so good here. And I said it's because they were actually asking for blessings for everyone there at the garden. The visitors, the vendors, the wildlife, all of that there. And it had a good vibe, I have to say. And we were proud of that. And I think I mentioned last time, the Mission Garden has its vibe there all the time.
Yep.
And it was only enhanced by the people that represent the cultures that are there and that are unique to the whole state of Arizona, really. So the Apaches are not, they have a historical presence in the region, but they're not from, their reservations have them located about 2 hours away. And this year we're going to have some representatives from the tribes from the north, from the Hopi, and we're going to have some from Salt River, Pima Maricopa Indian community outside of Phoenix. And the Salt River Pima Maricopa bird dancers and singers are going to be there. We had bird dancers last year, but they were from a different tribe. So they share that because they're culturally related, but it's always just a little bit different. And that group is award-winning. And they've traveled around. When I reached out to them, they had just on their way to Hawaii to do some cultural sharing. So we're really happy that they're going to be with us. And the Hopi will do social dances to share that. And so I'm thinking that, and I'm hoping that when people come, they'll be able to be exposed to this culture. Maybe they haven't seen these tribes because they're not like the local tribes of Tohono O'odham and Pasquayaki that people are familiar with. And yet some of the plants there, especially the medicinal plants, I mean, every tribe in the state has a relationship to some kind of plant at our garden. So it's fun to have them there. It's a good vibe. I think people will enjoy themselves. And I wanted to also share, I'm going to keep talking.
Keep
till
going.
You stop me.
I ain't trying to stop.
Is,
I mean, I do want to talk about these good vibes. That's what all the kids care about these days, those vibes. Like I was saying last time we talked, Sedona's got those vortexes. You want to have some nice local vibes here? Got to go to Mission Garden.
That's right. That's right. So the artists and cultural sharing, we have a program that we didn't have last year, and it's called Artists at Work. It's a national program. It's run out of New York City. And it's a program that is working in partnership with the Folklife office or Arizona Heritage Folklife Alliance in Tucson. And they have artists that they support. They support working artists for a year to create art, and they are paid. They get health insurance. They really have a chance to network with other artists. And we are so fortunate to have an artist in residence
Wow.
at Mission Garden. And the artist in residence name is Shane Beshlagai. He's Apache and Navajo. He's a silversmith. And he has been working with us in the garden. And part of his project will be throughout the year when he's there is really just to be inspired by the natural world around him to inform his art pieces. And he's going to share those techniques and his art and his experience at the Native American Art Fair. So that's another thing we didn't have last year, but to really get up close and personal and talk to Shane about his craft. And then throughout the year, I think next year we'll have some workshops that he'll be doing to talk about silversmithing and a certain technique that I can't recall right now, but he's going to share that and hopefully promote that craft to other Indigenous artists and have people come and learn. So that's new.
That's excellent. It's great, like I was saying, to hear how much it's growing, because it sounds like a real pinnacle event. It sounds like an event that, again, you're really starting to attract, like you're saying, these other nations from all over, these other native nations, really, from all over. And I'm from Long Island, where, again, there's a huge native heritage there on Long Island. Like, really, I mean, the streets I grew up on are named after all tribes from that area, Oneida and Oswego and all that. That was my paper route. It's something to realize and obviously honor. And it's great that you're attracting other talent from other tribes and other regions to come to this as you're making this kind of like a real cultural focal point for this. This is great. And what better place than Mission Garden? So let's just remind people that this is going to be Saturday, November 8th from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. And Mission Garden is over at 946 West Mission Road here in Tucson. It's worth the trip, so get on the road if you're listening to this somewhere else, because this is definitely the place that you want to go to experience all of this very unique, almost once-in-a-lifetime opportunities for all these great groups coming together. And that's something special as well. Dena, let me ask you this. What was some of your favorite memories from last year of the event, and what are you looking the most forward to this year?
I always love to get to know the people who come to the garden, welcome all the people from the different tribes, and get to know their work, the O'odham, the basketry. I love basketry. I'm a basket freak. So,
Oh, really?
it's very heartwarming to have a collaboration with a lot of the basket makers who we are fortunate enough to grow a lot of devil's claw at the garden, which we share with several basket makers from the O'odham community so that they can incorporate it into their baskets. It's the black color of the designs. Devil's claw is used. It's a plant that we grow in the garden, so that's a really fun connection. I love the potters, also the pottery. Just mainly just having all the folks being able to welcome them, and the interaction of so many different people from the different local communities is really lovely. And it's a beautiful setting and a time of year where every's happy and smiling.
Oh, I know.
Because
the weather
it's
just turned,
finally
didn't it?
cooling down, and it's a really lovely. And we not only during the event, but also every day we're open. We're free and open to the public, so you can
I was
come.
just going to ask, this event must cost $1,000 a ticket, right? Is that what it... Free, you mean, every day?
It's free every day.
Shocking. All right. Now, how do you actually maintain that sort of status? I would imagine you must need some donations, perhaps.
Yes.
So
we can use gifts.
That's the spirit. So why don't you go on the website, because I'm sure there's a spot where you can go learn, get involved, and donate, because that is a very important part of all this. Make your gift today. There's a big green button right in the top corner, and it's very easy to do that. And even remember, giving those monthly gifts is a smart idea, even if it's just a small amount that you give every month, because that's money they can rely on, almost like a salary, where they know it's coming. It's not just a random one-off donation. So if you can support that, support them. So figure it out, check it out, and go check out everything happening at missiongarden.org, because maybe there is some room for you to donate your money. But if you can't donate your money, can people donate their time and volunteer at the gardens?
Oh, yes, they can. On our website, we have a volunteer application. They can fill out that application, and then once they're accepted in the program, we have orientation sessions, and we have a lot of projects people can work on. We have job descriptions that people can see, well, where can I fit in? How can I help? And we couldn't do any of this without our volunteers. We have a good core of dedicated volunteers, and they're also going to be on hand to help us at the art fair. And they're great ambassadors. They're good folks. So we'd love to have people join us.
So now let's just look ahead also, because there are another bunch of great events that you've got going on, not just what's going on the 8th. Let's look at some of the other things coming up, because there's always something going on. You just had a fun garden for kids, a youth garden party in October. You had another fun event, but what's coming up is the tasting history of a quince. Is that how it's pronounced? A quince?
Quince.
A quince? A quince. I should know this. I wrote an alphabet book for kids, and it's got a quince in it, because how many vegetables and fruits and things are there with a Q? So a quince. Tell me about what we're going to do, learning all about the tasting history of a quince on November 14th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So every month, the second Friday and second Saturday of every month, we choose a specific crop and to highlight and to feature and to share and to give people an opportunity to taste it, touch it, smell it, learn about how it grows here, how it is integrated into our history and our food heritage, how to cook it, how to harvest it, everything about the specific crop. And what we're doing this month is quince. So quinces are part of our agricultural traditions and have been since the Spanish brought them. And they're really popular in the Mexican culture, too. They do really well here. And so you can, if you've never tried a quince, you can come and taste them in different ways, raw, cooked, learn all about quince in our region.
Fascinating. So that's amazing. Yes, because it says that you've got it on the 14th coming up. So keep on checking out the website. And also perhaps, do you have a newsletter people can sign up for so that they're up to date on everything?
Yes, you can. You can indicate that at the Native American Art Fair. You can let us know, send us an email at our info@missiongarden.org to put on the list. And yeah, we send out these e-blasts every month.
That's the spirit. And also give them a follow over on Instagram at Mission Garden, and they are also on Facebook. Give them a like, give them a follow there, because you don't want to miss any of these updates in their events. And I was on your Instagram a bit ago, and great graphics, great schedule of events, easy to follow. So this way you're getting those updates, because the thing that I do need to attend, and I'm dead serious, I need to go on a healing herb walk on December 6th. That's when I'm going to put it in my calendar so that I don't miss it, because I want to go on a healing walk. That just sounds like the most refreshing event, a healing herb walk. Learn about some of the 50 medicinal plants at Mission Garden's Moore's Medicinal Garden. The plants are native to the American Southwest deserts and in many cases have been used for millennia. So that's exciting, and I got to get involved, and you should get involved. Go sign up. Go get involved with everything happening at Mission Garden. So now let's talk a little bit about, so that's like a lot of our events. But there's something that you just did over there. There's something you just did over there, Dena, where you took a trip to
Oaxaca.
Sorry, I'm going to say that again. You took a trip to... No, okay, so let's just say, how do I pronounce this correctly? Because it does not get pronounced the way it is spelled at all. So tell me about this amazing event that you went on that was right here, where it was a trip to Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
Yes.
We Mission Garden organizes a trip every year, and it's a fundraising trip for our nonprofit. And it's a beautiful trip. Oaxaca, we go to the Ethnobotanical Museum. We get to see the ruins, a lot of amazing food and culture. Oaxaca is a really amazing place. It's like the very diverse culturally and botanically. It's fascinating.
Yeah. Again, I just looking at the photos on the website. Like, that was a big dinner table with a lot of folks. How many people went on this trip?
We take 18 people.
Wow.
Plus the guides and the local guides.
That's so fun. It was a 7-day tour that you went on, and you do this every single year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fascinating and interesting. Start saving up, because this might want to be the trip that you want to go on. Because how much fun did you have? Did you make new friends on the trip? Because I imagine that's a big part of a big group adventure like this.
Make new friends. People in the group are always friends of Mission Garden, are always wonderful people. And people are interested especially in agriculture, in plants, in culture, in food, in music. It's a beautiful place. The people there we get to see them every year. And the Oaxacan people are just extraordinary, really special people. Yeah, it's a really special place.
Tell me about a souvenir that you bought. Did you buy a fun souvenir?
Coffee.
Oh, very important souvenir.
Chocolate.
Oh, even better souvenir.
Some mezcal, of course.
That's the spirits. So, yes. So go get that information. You can even go ask about it by emailing, it looks like Raquel, at tours@missiongarden.org, or give them a call at 520-955-5200. Again, this trip did just happen in October, so you do have quite some time to start planning and saving. So if you want to join them, perhaps 2026 is the year that you do get to go to that. So that really sounds
something. Can I say,
something.
too, that
Yes.
it's very popular and it fills up quickly. So keep an eye on the website. We try to put it in our e-blast when it's open to accept. But I think one of the reasons why it's so popular is because it is smaller, and it is really put together by Dena, our curator, and our board members. And they really do it with a lot of care and attention. So it's not just like a run-of-the-mill tour. It's a special tour. And they take a lot of time to prepare and make sure everyone learns something, has a good experience. So, yeah, it just fills up so fast. So keep an eye out on our website.
I believe it. Again, these photos are gorgeous. Just the buildings and all the agriculture in these temples and the art. That is something else.
Next year's September 30th to October 6th.
Okay. Yeah. Put it in your calendars. And speaking of dates and times, why don't we talk about the Mission Garden when it's actually open? Because you do have some new hours since the last time we spoke. When can people go to Mission Garden?
People can come to Mission Garden from Wednesday through Sunday in the cooler hours from 8 to 2. In the hotter hours in the spring or in the summer from 8 to noon.
Okay. That's smart.
So we're very happy to be open on a Sunday now.
Heck yeah.
The weekend.
Make your plans to make your way down to Mission Garden. Any last final thoughts or any calls to action or anything you'd like to say to anybody as we wrap up here today?
I just would like people to come down and take a look. Come visit us. We're free. We're accessible. It's a good experience for not a lot of money. I think I mentioned this the last time it costs so much to take a family to a movie or to dinner or whatnot, but you can come and learn something on a tasting history day. You can come and take a walk. You can come and learn about the birds, or you can just come and chill and feel that vibe that I like to talk about. And it's free. And it's very, what can I say, very comforting on a Sunday morning.
That's what I was going to say, right? Yeah.
Also, you can take the streetcar. It's really close to the streetcar, the Linda Street stop, the last stop on the streetcar. You could also ride your bike because it's very close to the loop. So it's very accessible in so many ways. It's right close to downtown, but it's surrounded by nature and lots of plants, and it's a beautiful environment. And yeah, you don't have to volunteer to come. You could just come and hang out. Like Alyce has said, there's lots of benches and ramadas where you can just have a walk. You can also bring your dog on the leash.
You could bring your own picnic. You could bring your own.
Those are all really great ideas. Like you were saying real quick, actually, that you do have like these fun kits for kids to explore, because last time I went on and on about the bookworm path, but now you've kind of changed how that works. So just as a last bit to get these kids excited about it, or get their families excited to bring their kids, because remember, kids just want to run around. So bring your kids early in the morning on a weekend. You don't need to go spend all this money at the movies and buy those popcorn buckets. No, go down to Mission Garden. Tell me about those exploring kits.
Exploring kits. We had some funding from Target for this as well.
Okay, there we go.
And they're kits that they're really nice red backpacks you check out when you come in. And they've got all kinds of activities in there. And the coolest thing that I think is this little device that has a magnifying glass, and you can look at a bug. You can put a bug in there and then release the bug, but look at it up close. We also, in the youth garden that just opened, we have a worm bin. Kids can get in there and feel the worms and all of that. And it's a great, happy place, got all colors. Anyway, those kits are great fun. And they're free. Again, just check it out and, return it when you're done.
That is the spirit. My goodness. What a good time. It's always a good time, because today we made friends with Dena Cowen, Curator of Collections, and Alyce Sadongei, Executive Director of Mission Garden, growing Tucson's agricultural heritage. Thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
This was Lifestyle Tucson. A bing bong bing, time for a recap. What a great conversation. I love talking to these ladies from Mission Garden. And guilty of not going. And I have to go. It's free. It's free. And now they are open Wednesday through Sunday. So that's important to note. And don't forget that they are located at 946 West Mission Lane. in Tucson. Last stop on the streetcar. That sounds pretty smart to go check out. And also check out their Instagram at Mission Garden. And missiongarden.org is their website. Like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Mission Garden. But really the thing, that's all technology and baloney, right? Just go to Mission Garden. Go check it out and maybe meet me for that walk for that morning. What was it? That herb walk. Oh, I need a healing herb walk. I'm putting it in my calendar. That was December 6th, so I'm going to make sure I don't miss that. And you should also mark down Saturday, November 8th for the Native American Art Fair celebrating Indigenous Arts and Culture, happening from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. at Mission Garden. I want to thank our old friends from Mission Garden for joining me today. You've been listening to Lifestyle Tucson. If you're a nonprofit that would like to be on the show, email lifestyletucson@gmail.com. For more information about this program or to listen to something you may have missed, go to the Sunday Mornings page on klpx.com, kfma.com, mixfm.com, espntucson.com, or crankthehanktucson.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever fine podcasts are on a mission. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, and especially YouTube at Lifestyle Tucson, because I'm your BFF, your best Frank forever, Frank Powers. And toot toot Tucson, I love you the most.